Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing sexual harassment and trying to understand how it can be curbed in our society, especially where it seems to be a man's world. And usually these stories they're always decided by family. They call the families to find a way to resolve it, you know, because, hey, it's your future at stake here. And maybe it's just one situation. It's one activity. You finish it, at least you get to the next level. And then you have to buy your freedom. You know, all sort of things people say. How do we help young people with this?
Well, first of all, I'm glad now that things are changing.
Yeah.
Times are different. People are now able to speak up, and some people are now beginning to have sense in society to support them to speak up. So nobody should come and, you know, slander any victim who decides to speak up. Because what we hear is, it's because of the way you're dressed, or it's because of the way you're smiling, or it's because of the way you're behaving, because of the way you're hugging, because of the way you're shaking. There is no excuse. These same people travel abroad and they see naked people all around. They don't go around harassing them. Why? Because there's a system there that will deal with them if they ever try it. I've always said it, that men are, I want to yab them small now, right? They are very cheap. They are cheap in a sense that a lot of them do not have respect for themselves. When you are toasting a woman and the woman says, I don't want, and is giving you all the I don't want signs, you are still there because you do not have respect for yourself. If you have respect for yourself and your body, it's not everything you see you want to dip into. That's an underlying mental issue. That's an underlying psychopathic issue that is worrying you on that one. That anybody you just see, or once you believe that you have the power, you have the money, you want to go into that person, you have a problem already. So let's see it from that angle of a mental issue. Sometimes when you approach somebody, or you like somebody, or you want somebody, and the person says, no, I am taken, or no, I am not interested, a man who has self-esteem and respect in himself will move away and say, respecting himself first before even respecting you. So let's highlight that. It's not only women that, you know, want to throw themselves. Some men have a problem of not understanding where their boundaries lie. And it stems from self-respect, a lack of self-respect. So enough of victim shaming, because that's what has kept our society where it is for a very long time. Please, don't say it, so that people don't start looking at you that way or the other way. We must call out the perpetrators of this act. We must ignore the victims first of all, because the perpetrators are the ones that are looking for that trouble.
You know, even in certain countries, a husband can rape a wife, because the truth is, in certain countries, when a wife says, no, I'm just not in the mood, right now, stop. If he continues forcefully, it can still be defined as rape. Now, it's still arguable, it's still debatable. People they've still been talking about it, and how is it possible? But the truth is that it goes back to what you're saying, respect for yourself. If somebody says no, regardless of who you are, what they're in your life, you must be able to pull those brakes. Let me take this call. I'll come to you, YK. I have a caller. Good morning. Thanks for calling.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, it is very, very displeasing to every man. Every man is supposed to be ashamed of this exists. This thing, as I hear I'm feeling very, very disgraceful.
I can hardly hear you, Haruna. It's so difficult.
Hello, are you hearing me?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
And what I want, this man should not go on whatever he is supposed to be done. That is one. Then another thing, there is one talk that has to be talk. Let me tell you something. There is things that attracted. We are all human. Even you as a woman, you come outside as if you be speaking as if you that maybe you not even all coming to her.
It's muffled. I can't hear anything you're saying, Harun. I'm so sorry. I couldn't hear a word.
It's a bad line.
Really?
It was very
muffled.
Yeah. I was just going to say, sometimes I think, like I said, that's no. Just is something that makes their body
want more.
Like, you know.
The more you say no, the more I want to. I feel that you really mean yes. Your no is yes.
Because you have a problem.
Because if I force, because
you have a problem.
You see, a lot of some men are not used to. So men at that level, perm sec level, are not used to hearing no, because most people will say, this is a perm sec that wants to be with you. Are you okay? This is as high as it almost gets. You know, and because he signs the check, there's nothing he can help your family, your uncle, your daddy, your mom. He can help all your family to get contracts. You're going to change the world of family. So these are options people weigh because, but these men are not used to hearing no. So how can you tell a girl you want to take her to Hong Kong and she's saying no, and wondering, where did you fly for? Are you okay? That can even make you pursue more. Because you just like, no, I must conquer this girl that thinks she has the audacity to call me.
The thrill of the chase is what
The
they
thrill of the chase, exactly.
So the harder you are to overcome, the more effort I'm
More
going to
enticing.
put
Now,
in.
she knew her own self-worth. And that's why she's taking it further.
Yes.
Because she could have continued saying no, but she's just like, no.
This
You
man
see,
is not-
the no is not... If
working.
you don't want to hear this no well, I will make sure you hear it well.
Publicly.
So she has... Now,
Taking it.
I think on his own part, it's smelt of a lot of arrogance.
Yes.
Of course.
Because when they were trying to, according to the story, trying to say, look, come, stop chasing this woman, she doesn't like it.
For
No,
what?
why? So he now continued. It's where he has landed himself in the hot water.
Let me take a
he's
call
in.
from Chief Carlo, calling from Ikeja. Good morning, Chief Carlo.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Amen.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Actually, Morello, this generation is something else. I heard when you are saying, be an imam. You can help your family, do everything, do all those things. That is rubbish. Myself, I was grew up in a family that they have on a 5 wives or 6 wives. My mother happened to be the last wife. I'm the last one of the family. I'm about 58. But female is too much because my father has about 3 or 4 concubines. Female is excess. And we don't know who has each other. But I told totally, our father and our mother build what we call confidence. Anywhere we go, anywhere we mix up, if any man that tries, we gather to go and watch the person or crush the person. Let me disagree with last call, Lusuleman from Adekunle. Shaking or hugging, it means nothing. All we are talking about to build a confidence with our children. More especially female children, like someone like me. I don't know why I have confidence.
Oh, Chief Carlo. Hello. I lost that call. I'm so sorry. I know I have Mr. Ade from London still holding. Good morning, Ade.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning,
ladies.
sir.
How are
Go
you
ahead.
today?
Very well.
Morning.
Yes, I think I'm happy my country is getting better because in those days, you don't hear this type of thing. They do it secretly.
Exactly.
But now people are talking. The women are talking now, which is okay. But all I should have advised those women or any other woman in future is that get a secret recording, record that person, and get casting as president, and go to the next media, sell it to the media for 10 million naira. That's what they do here in UK. So you make money. So that newspaper will sell, that magazine will sell, and that man will be put to shame. So the press will carry it out. So I'm teaching other ladies now. That's how you can make money, full money from media.
Thank you, Ade.
God bless you, ladies.
There's an angle we've not touched on.
Amen. You too.
What he said for me is not as easy as that. Because we come from a society where they will blacklist you for even daring to do that. Yeah. You would take a video evidence, you take any sort of recording, you think you can sell it to the media because they are highly placed. There's nobody that they don't know and they cannot control.
Yeah.
So it's not as easy. I don't want it to seem that the reason why women are not speaking up or haven't spoken up, or you don't hear this, is because women have not tried. This message is really for the men and for society, that when a woman finds herself in this situation, what do you do to protect her? It's not the woman. It's easy to say it's the woman. Speak up. Say your mind. She has been doing that. But what have you been doing to shut her down? That's what it's about.
And that's where I was going to. The he for she's. Because the minister in this situation is the perfect example of a he for she. If indeed he's doing this because he believes that that girl deserves justice. And that's what we should be demanding of the men across board. You are in an office, you know the boss is harassing girls. As the human resource, as the just ordinary manager, as a man that also works in that company, you should be able to speak up. You should be able to report to the appropriate quarters. You should be on record that the men in that organization fought for you. Forget the women for a second, but the men must begin to rise up, because this is not about women. As Mariam said, we've been speaking in different ways. In fact, we found a way to cope. There's a coping mechanism of how to raise our girls to understand it. But the men must arise to begin to speak against it. And if indeed the minister is initiated this thing with good conscience, I hope indeed he follows it through to the end.
Yeah.
Hopefully other ministers, other male leaders in organizations, in schools, can be the ones to champion these kind of causes, because I mean, women have been always doing it.
Yeah, let me also add that we need to, the men need to change their mindset about women. Unfortunately, a lot of men disrespect the gender women, because they feel that they are in positions of authority. They are the men. I am a man. You are a woman, so you are less than I am. If you have conversations all the time that we used to fly back in the days, you will hear an Okada person telling a woman, I get your type for house. Who you be, you know? And that's the mindset. When you have a proper conversation with a lot of men, that's the mindset you see, that they consider us as lesser. We are not equals with them. And when they have that mindset that we are not equals with them, they see us as tools that they can do anything with, especially when they come into power or have positions of authority. Now, one of the reasons a lot of men are not fighting for women, except when it now happens to maybe their daughter or their sister or their mother, is because they also in their mind believe that women are lesser. And anyhow you want to manage it, we run the show. But when we now begin to educate, and I'm happy a lot of men are standing up to say that these people are not lesser than we are the same in one way or the other, and our rights, your rights must also be protected. When that mindset changes, you see that a woman does not need to shout too much, stop, before every other person around there will say, stop this now, she doesn't want it. A lot of people will fight for her.
I just want to wrap up. I just want to say it's not just women that get harassed. Men get harassed too. Yeah. And I think we must, because I know of this lawyer that harassed his other lawyers, his subordinates, that a lot of them had to leave his chambers, you know. So the men were harassed. So this sexual harassment is on both sides, you know. People in the position of authority always just feel that they can oppress and suppress their subordinates.
Let me wrap up with this sentence and with this message from Engineer Tijani. It says, there is no sense putting blame on women for this sort of senseless harassment. In Islam, men are enjoined to lower their gaze, and there is no reason for any form of harassment. If you can't resist, go and marry with honor and decency. The society must protect women from all forms of evil emanating from men. The excuse of seduction does not hold water, and I wonder what happens to taking a walk away from any seducing environment. Sexual harassment is so demeaning and could lead to mental torture to survivors. Any other messages from you guys? You have anyone? I think Otumba Karim says that, thank you for having us discuss the menace today. We must acknowledge that sexual harassment is a serious issue that affects many individuals in various settings. It's a virus that is the twin brother of corruption. It's important for us to create a culture of respect, accountability, and zero tolerance of such behavior. I think that's all we can take on this segment. But in a nutshell, really, we're hoping to see this case to the end, and hopefully Simisola Ajayi gets justice. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll bring in our guest to discuss cholera. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.